Come along with me as I do a fall refresh on some summer planters that I planted up earlier this season. In the background, you can see I have a bunch of fall plants laid out for all my different planters that I'm going to do today. Let's take a closer look at some of the fun things I brought with me today. We're at our first stop and I got Maggie over here and she's helping me get all the planters cleaned out. So I'm out here at my first planter and this one had Mizzou in it, which will hold up for a while in the fall, and it's so beautiful that I decided to go ahead and leave it. So the planter's all cleaned out and ready to get started. I'm gonna use some millet and a bunch of fall accents. First stop is all done. We have celosia and a cabbage that I put right next to that existing Mizzou vine. And of course, I love to pop a little pumpkin in there. We have ornamental peppers, an orange mom, and on this side I have a couple little gourds and then some Lysmachia trailing down, and then back here next to the millet we have a little yellow pansy. So this makes a great combo that will last quite a bit into the fall. And then we have another planter that is also completed down towards the end that we're getting ready to clean up around. These planters are definitely ready to have a change out done. The summer annuals are looking very tired. They're ready to be removed. So we have two planters here that we're gonna take all the plants out of and completely transform for fall. So as I remove these summer annuals, I just wanna show you what I like to do as I pull this coleus out. I was able to get most of the roots out, but I love to take this soil knife and just kind of saw some of the soil out and kind of knock some of that loose soil off so I can save as much of my potting soil as I can. Just getting that all out of there. And then the other thing I like about this soil knife is that it has the sawtooth edge. So like this lantana is really in there and I can use it to saw all the roots. And I'm able to pull it out a little bit easier and save as much soil as I can off the bat as well. I have my thriller with this millet and I added some intense celosia back here with some red boar kale. I added a mum in here, and then I just wanted to show you how I like to use this Ruby Perfection cabbage. I'm actually going to use it as my trailing plant, my spiller. So I actually plant it at an angle when I put it in instead of planting it straight up and down. So you can kind of see the whole face of this cabbage hanging over the edge of the planter. And then what I'll do is go in with some of my other trailing plants. And the same thing again, I'll kind of tilt them slightly so they're already hanging over the edge. And I'm adding in some fillers too. And then once I'm finished with adding these plants in, I'm gonna go back through with some pumpkins and gourds and just finish this all off. Okay, we're all done with these planters. I have millet again in this one, and some red boar kale, and that cabbage I added in earlier. And I got the finishing touches on here with a few pumpkins. I have a larger pumpkin in there, a small gourd over here, and some pansies and ivy to finish off the front. So these two are all finished. All right, we just finished up our last stop for today, and these planters have a vertigo grass for their thriller, and I use an annual variety of Rudbeckia as my middle filler plants, along with some mums, kale. I have some ornamental peppers in here and marigolds, and of course I love to finish that off again with the little gourds kind of tucked in there. Thanks for following along with me today to do all these fall planters. We hope that you got a lot of tips and tricks for your own planters at home, and we will see you soon.